Welcome to the 3 Times podcast. Today my guests are SKX Funkanauts, a band of sonic kilohertz explorers from Aldermaran 4 who've decided to use Northumberland as a base to transmit cosmic funky dance music back to their home planet. Our county has many admirable qualities, but even its most ardent fans would struggle with the idea that it is the home of funk. So I met 2 band members, F2 and F3, at a secret location, and with translation by the AI entity Morley, I tried to find out more about their mission and their earthbound activities. The Funkanauts have made audio recordings of their music accessible to Earthlings on the usual streaming platforms, and you can follow their mission on Instagram. There is a live data transmission of Funkanautics at Hexham's The Tannery Pub on January 3rd, an event that I'm reliably informed will bring joy to all who attend. I've added some links to the show notes to other documented encounters with SKX Funkanauts, so you know I'm not making all this up. So today's episode of 3 Times podcast is probably one of the most unusual I've ever done. I think unique would not be an exaggeration, because I am at a secret location in Hexham. After many months of tense negotiation, I've agreed the coordinates in time and space to meet some very special musicians, the SKX Funkanauts. Good evening.
Good evening. I am Earth representative Morley. I am translating for the Funkanauts, F2 and F3. They are here with us.
And what can you tell me about the Funkanauts? First of all, where did you come from?
The Funkanauts are from the Dynatron galaxy, way out in the far reaches of the universe. We come from a moon called Celestian, which orbits a planet called Aldermaran 4, which is one of a number of planets that goes round a star called Eno 303.
Eno as in the ambient musician and general clever person?
Purely coincidental.
I see, right. Although he does have a very domed head, doesn't he, and a shiny pate, perhaps that's reminiscent of it.
He is a celestial being.
And how far away is it, this planet? The moon?
Many light years. Mm-hmm. We say maybe 50 light years. F2 says that we are able to travel this distance because we come from a very sophisticated civilization.
And what does F3 say?
F3 agrees.
When did you start your journey?
The journey from our galaxy started many years ago, and we have the ability to move time and move through space. But we arrived on your Earth year 2019.
And whereabouts did you land?
We landed out in the wilds of Northumberland.
Was that a deliberate choice or was it an accident?
We kind of got skewed off course a little. We were hoping to go to 1970s America because we'd heard a transmission across the ether of music from Earth, and this is what piqued our interest.
I see. And
we were given the task by the Marinesians from Aldermaran to go and explore. So we are the SKX, stands for Sonic Kilohertz Explorers.
And could you describe this unusual space that we're in at the moment?
We're in our module. Our module is where the Funkanauts and fellow travellers, we have humanoids who work with us. This is where we create our audio data, which to most people will be known as music. But for us, we create audio data, which originally was to transmit it back to our home planet and our home galaxy, because our mission was to explore what these strange and magical sounds that come from Earth. We create audio data in the module, which is what would be a recording studio.
I see. And did you come across any other planets that produce this kind of audio signal, or is Earth unique in that respect?
So far, we feel Earth is unique. But out in Dynatron, there are many, many different civilizations that create what might be termed music, although not all of it is great. There is a species called the Landians who do this strange sort of sound that's somewhat akin to the sound of, if you're on Earth, putting your tool bag in a tumble dryer. These are Landian folk songs, well respected by the Landian species, but less so across the rest of our galaxy.
And do each of you have favourite forms of Earth music, or are you of a mind?
F2 is getting excited at that question. F2 has particularly taken a liking to music that might be described as progressive rock. He's developed style playing your instrument, the guitar, that's quite blues influenced, I feel. And we've managed to use a beautiful instrument called the Fender Rhodes piano that we admire greatly. So that gives quite a jazz and soulful feel. Yes. But we've also recently discovered the thing called the keytar, which we hope to have great fun with.
So F2 is clearly not one to be concerned about fashion then?
No, definitely not. I mean, his favourite item of clothing is a buccaneer boots. But he only likes these after seeing a picture of the funk artist Rick James, who he feels is an aesthetic inspiration to him.
And it makes him very popular around Christmas time, I imagine.
Yes, that and his flamboyant shirts that he plans to wear. We're in the process of assimilating to Earth. At the minute, we wear quite utilitarian suits and helmets. But I think the next development for us, when we feel Earth are ready, is for us to start to look and dress in a little bit more like Earthlings as we complete our assimilation.
So let's consider this music that brought you here from so far away, funk. How would you define funk? What is it that appeals to you so much about it?
I will allow F2 and F3 a moment to commune. Translating what F2 has said. Funk, we love the rhythm. We love the energy.
Yeah.
We love the positivity of funk music. And for us it was a vehicle that we felt was a good vehicle for carrying our own message of music back to our home planet, but also within the music that we are creating, we hope there's a message too for the people of Earth, and that is something around positivity. We have a great belief that when we came to Earth, we saw that the Earth chasing the sounds of Earth. And we uncovered so much beautiful music and beautiful art and beautiful creativity. And we believe this is the best of humanity. But whilst we've come here and discovered those aspects, we know that the flip side of that is there is a great deal of ugliness about Earth. And the ugliness is of the exploitation of the planet, the wars, the greed, the fact that people from one side of a planet dislike people from the other. And for us, we see humans. So funk has always been around a music that carries a positive message. So for us, it's a natural vehicle to be able to convey a message where we say, people of Earth, take a step back, take a moment, enjoy the things that are good.
So what kind of message do you get from the characteristic funk phrase of get down? F2 and F3 having a think about that one.
I will translate. Get down taps into what we feel is one of humanity's basic, and I think something that has happened over time. That is, it's around taking yourself out of your current situation, losing yourself in music, and it's about leveling. And when people are dancing or listening to music, there's a community and there's a great leveling. We feel that Get Down is about equality and leveling and taking yourself out of all the things that could make you feel negative about the world or your place in the world and making you connect.
I think that shows a level of insight that most humans would struggle to achieve there. Well, let me try with another one. What about, good God, Joel?
Sometimes it's just about letting yourself go, exclaiming the joys of life. Maybe that is what that means. We're still exploring some of this meaning, but music for the Funkanauts is about an ongoing development, and it's also about an interaction with the audiences that we currently have. That sort of statement is something that is appealing for people to connect.
Yeah, I'd like to put a question to F3 because I haven't heard much from F3 so far. What does the word "huh" mean to you, F3?
F3 has said that reminds him of a particularly long night that the Funkanauts had with a number of bottles of single malt whiskey, something that they'd never experienced. And it very much reminded him of the noises that came out of F2's throat after we'd sank our third bottle.
So nobody warned you about this poison that humans take?
It has double the effect on our Maronesian metabolisms.
Well, it makes it cheaper anyway.
It does. I believe the Earth phrase is, we would be a cheap date.
If a difficult one, because I'm not sure that your physical form is 100% compatible with our Earth shape, is it?
No, definitely not. This is something we've yet to reveal the full nature of our Maronesian form, but it will come with time.
વસનાર એક માનવ તરફથી બ્રહ્માંડના અન્ય અવકાશમાં વસનાર આવો
लोक तुम्हाला त्यांचे शुभविचार पाठवतात आणि त्यांची इच्छा आहे की तुम्ही या जन्मी धन्य व्हा.
पृथ्वीवासीहरू માટે શાંતિમય ભવિષ્ય સિયાની બિંગલેલા મથાવ
Well, I'd like to ask you a few questions just to refine a bit more closely your interpretation of funk. And I'd like to put some choices to you to see what your view is. So if I said to you Nile Rodgers or James Brown, which would it be?
F3 would say Nile Rodgers. F2 would say James Brown.
Oh wow! Well, there's the godfather of funk there, who's very much get down and Nile Rodgers, who's very much of a quite smooth character, isn't he? So is that a musical conflict within the organisation?
Not at all.
No?
One moment, F2 is saying something. Hang on, F3 is interrupting. Translating, F2 minds funk. He's definitely brings the funk to the Funkanauts. However, I think it's fair to say that we also, and F3 pointed this out, that we like disco too. Mm-hmm. So in terms of the musical influences from Earth that the Funkanauts follow, disco and funk sit neatly together.
Right. Well, they are. I suppose they are musical relatives, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah. Neither particularly fashionable at the moment. This could be an obstacle in your communication and getting closer to humankind.
Translating the answer from F3, we think these are forms of music that have remained timeless, and as we're time travellers, that's quite an interesting conundrum. But we feel, says F3, that the band or the music, the audio data we create, takes some of elements of all of the things have been drawn to. So there are influences in the music like the prog rock, like the funk, like the disco, also Afro beats, Afro house music. These all come into the sound that we create. And we generally have a philosophy that is, we understand humans are driven by their head and their heart, and we feel that our music aims to stimulate the head, make you think, stimulate the heart to make you feel, and the get down comes with moving the hips to make you move.
Right. So if I said to you, Bee Gees or Sly and the Family Stone, you'd probably give me a similar answer.
Translating from F2's response, both.
It really is the best of both worlds there, isn't it? How about Prince or Jamiroquai?
A moment of contemplation from the Funkanauts. Prince.
Prince, a wise choice. I was going to say, if you ever decide to go back home, please take Jamiroquai with you and drop him off on the planet somewhere. Sister Sledge or Scissor Sisters?
Sister Sledge.
Wise choice. Wise choice. Of course, the Scissor Sisters are, although it's very difficult to say, a much more modern interpretation of disco and funk combined.
This is true. And interestingly, in the feedback that we have had from some earthlings have made that comparison with the sound of SKX Funkanauts, reminding them of the Scissor Sisters.
Yeah, it's not because F2 and F3 look a bit like the Scissor Sisters, is it?
Oh, F2 is just saying something. Of all the implements in the household that the Funkanauts look like, we're more like potato peelers than we are scissors.
Oh, is that F3 agreeing, or does he not like potatoes?
No, he says that F3 is more like a spanner.
Oh, I see. Right then, moving on apace. Kylie or Chaka Khan?
Chaka Khan.
Oh, well, I'm just showing your age there, I'm afraid. And I've been doing some research on the SKX Funkanauts. There are some surveillance data on you available on the World Wide Web. So I'm going to put this one to you. Steely Dan or Hall & Oates?
F2 says Steely Dan, F3 Hall & Oates. The beauty of having such a perspective that we have coming from the outside in and being able to move through time is we're able to cherry pick the best of everything. And we genuinely believe that the music that we create is able to mine different sources of inspiration for us to create the audio data that we feel reflects what we like best about Earth and the music of Earth, and is well received when we transmit that to our home galaxy, and has been well received by the humanoids on Earth who have seen us play or heard us play.
So were F2 and F3 trained by the diplomatic corps before they were dispatched to Earth, by any chance?
We come from a civilization where all material greed and material need has been dealt with. We're a higher civilization. We've gone beyond conflict, and we've moved to a society and a civilization where the material need and greed has been replaced. The beings on the planet who wanted to create a hierarchy were removed, or their arguments were defeated, and the society we come from is a vision of where art and beauty, ideas and love are at the forefront of everything that we do. This is the future of humanity if humanity can put aside its differences.
Yeah, you know you've arrived at a difficult time for that kind of thinking, haven't you?
Sadly, we observe the communications that come from the world of UFO and alien devotees, and we have seen accounts where people from Earth have said they've encountered beings from other planets, other civilizations, who have said, Earth, you need to change your ways. This is a common message that comes from the galaxy to Earth, and we carry that same message.
Tell me how you could go about creating your music.
This has been a process that has evolved since we arrived on Earth. Our music comes together from drawing on some of the inspirations that we've talked about. Quite often, we'll have a basis of an idea. We like the rhythms. We start with a rhythm, and then we build the track from there. And then we may get lyrical ideas, inspiration from notable humans. We like Carl Sagan. We've read some of his work, so we feel his messages are good messages that Earthlings should take heed. So that was something that helped us create 2 songs that are on our EP, vinyl EP for Humanoids, Pale Blue Dot and Murmurs from Earth. And both of those were inspired by the work of Carl Sagan. But the creative process, F2 and F3 work together closely. They complement each other very well, bring different things to the songwriting process. A lot of the work that they do, writing, quite often in the recordings that we use for audio data, many times this is recorded in the moment, first take. Over time, particularly when SKX started, most of the music was 1 or 2 take. More recently, we've begun to, as a unit, F2 and F3 say, to develop the songs, the tunes, the audio data more, and we do maybe go back and change them a little. There is a strong feeling that the first or second take, not only is it in the moment, but it captures the emotional energy and the intention much stronger for the music we want to make than perhaps constantly changing it and changing it. We write a lot in the studio, and then we spend some time using Earth-based software to create the final audio data.
And what instruments do you use?
We've discovered many wonderful instruments like the Fender Rhodes. We like our analog synthesizers that we've acquired along the way. F2 has perfected the guitar, and this is an instrument we use a lot. We have percussion, we have a bass guitar, we have drum machines.
And you also have a Funkanaut who is a bit different from F2 and F3, who sings in a different voice.
Yes, we have F5 who helps with some of the words and helps with the rhythm. And we have Humanoids who are part of the singing. So we have Annie J's humanoid singer. Morley is able to embody themselves through an Earth representative.
Now, it would be remiss of me, and you'll have to forgive me if this is a delicate subject, but what happened to F1 and F4?
F4 has never existed.
All right.
F1 had to return to Aldermaran 4 due to some technical and engineering difficulties.
I see. So is there a reason F4 was skipped and you went straight to F5?
F5, yes, because we like 2, 3 and 5, we like prime numbers.
Oh, I see. Right, so the next one, if there is one, will be 7.
Yes, and 11.
As the band grows.
Yes.
Very good. So recently there was a manifestation in Hexham and its environs called Cosmic Frequencies. Can you explain to me what that was all about?
Translating. This question excites us because Cosmic Frequencies has become a manifestation of some of the things we believe as a Funkanauts in terms of connecting art and science and space together. So this notion came together when we saw the observatory that you have in Kielder, and we had fellow travellers who we'd met, humanoids, who wanted to help get our message out there. And the Cosmic Frequencies is a celebration of space, and it's a celebration of music, and it's a celebration of science, and it's a celebration of art, and it's a celebration of the facts of space and the imagination of space. We felt we are placed in this town. We are near an area where many people can see the skies at night, see the stars, look up, and almost every human being on the planet throughout time has looked up at the stars and wondered what's out there. Cosmic Frequencies is a festival that we did this year, and we will do it again next year, and it will be bringing people who are curious about that question, what's out there, but also gives people a chance to engage with people who are studying the stars, people who are making music that refers to the bigger picture around the galaxy and the human condition.
I was at that event, and there were some humans who said that they had seen visitors from outer space. Did you commune with them at any greater length to see if you knew the visitors in question?
We didn't at that time, but we intend to. Of course, we do know that there are some humanoids that like to make stories up that are completely fantastical and not as believable as the story that we're telling. So we are a little circumspect when we hear some of those stories, but we like to hear them.
Mm-hmm. And do you think some of the creatures, shall we call them, some of the unearthly beings that are around are known to you? Have you come across them yourselves?
We have yet to meet any creatures on Earth that are from our neighbourhood. We would like to. Mm-hmm. Although now, with all the audio data we send back, there's a huge interest for beings to travel from our galaxy to here. So maybe we are pioneers.
Maybe in the future we can look forward to Funkanauts who like punk rock or soul or easy listening music.
Translating, both F2 and F3 like some of the music that you've described. F3 is particularly enamored with the American punk band Devo, so punk is on our radar. F2 also has a huge fondness for a group from Britain called Slade. And I believe the Sweet too.
The Sweet.
As Morley, I was asked to download significant numbers of music from music streaming services, and there was a significant request from F2 for glam rock.
I have to say I'm impressed by how self-confident F2 and F3 are, that they feel no need whatsoever to be cool in their taste for music.
What is cool?
What is cool? Well, that's something that humans are obsessed with, and I'm sure it will come to you in time. Given that you have this very wide perspective on music from Earth, are there any nuggets that you think don't get the recognition they should have by humans?
I know F2 will say Captain Beefheart.
All right, yeah.
Translating, there are many artists, it's difficult to name them. F3 says an artist that has a particular resonance with him. Two artists. One is a well-known band from the 80s called Talk Talk, who, not when they were a pop band, but later in their musical career, created music that was very powerful and not at all what their record company wanted.
Yeah.
So Talk Talk for F3, and a big inspiration for F3 is a Finnish musician called Jimmy Tenner, who doesn't get recognised. So we draw from lots of different musical inspirations.
You did mention, I think, a vinyl EP earlier on. What formats is your music available to humans on?
SKX Funkanauts music can be streamed online from many different streaming services in the UK. Transmissions go out to the far planet, Aldermaran 4 and the Dynatron galaxy. We send those via radio wave. We liked vinyl. We studied and discovered that this was a form of music media that was very popular, and we decided that we would put our music on vinyl. One of the reasons we like the vinyl, and when we produced it, we have created a golden record. And the golden record is our homage to the golden record that's on the Voyager spacecraft that was sent out by humans into space as a message to aliens if they ever encounter it. And we like that notion. So we've created, whilst the golden record on the Voyager is heading out into interstellar space, we've come from interstellar space and created our own golden record.
And where can humans get their hands on these things?
We have a site through the Earthbound Bandcamp. Within Hexham, Earth representatives have managed to put the record into the shop in Hexham called Strangers Things. So you can buy it physically there.
And just to be clear for people who are putting this information online, it's S.K. Funkanauts.
Yes, S.K.X Funkanauts.
Yeah.
For Spotify, S.K.X.
You seem to be well ensconced in your module here, and plans are well in hand. How do you see the next 2 Earth years turning out for you?
Translating from F2 and F3, we see that we will continue to create new audio data. We are working on new audio data now. We have some audio data that's complete and ready to be transmitted very soon. We want to do more live transmissions, live data transmissions, where we perform in a physical space and play the audio data for people. We'd like to do more of that next year, and we will again be doing cosmic frequencies next year, and we are seeking to do live audio data in settings that we feel are different or unusual.
Well, I'm grateful to you all, Morley and F2 and F3, for taking the time to talk to me, and I will spread this message out in an earthbound transmission, and I expect there to be a very warm reception for your activities in the future.
Thank you, and cosmic salutations to you and your listeners.
You're very kind.
Cosmic salutation. Cosmic salutation. Cosmic salutation.
Time and space keep swirling around within Step into your future. Let the living start open new pathways. Fill your loving heart. Step into your future. Let the living start.
Thanks for listening to the 3 Times podcast. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Please subscribe and tell your friends about it, both here and in other galaxies.